I've been very suspect of the claims that Todd's made of Bigfoot's existence, but Dr. Meldrum seems to have proof that an unidentified creature could be out there.
James Bobo Fay from Finding Bigfoot is back in the spotlight, breaking the news about his life, health, and podcast adventures. What's really happening behind the scenes of Finding Bigfoot? The ongoing story of James Bobo Fay. In the world of mysterious creatures and hidden legends, very few names stand out like James Bobo Fay. In 2025, his story continues to grow, proving that his fascination with the unknown has not faded. The man who once searched deep in America's forests for Bigfoot now reaches millions through microphones and screens. His name remains a fixture in conversations about one of the most famous mysteries of all time, the hunt for Bigfoot. Bobo Fay is not a man who has stepped away from his passion. He still keeps that same curious fire alive, even years after Finding Bigfoot ended. Today, he spends much of his time co-hosting the podcast Bigfoot and Beyond with Cliff and Bobo, which has become one of the most popular shows for fans of strange encounters and unexplained events. The podcast continues to grow, with new episodes airing weekly. It covers everything from the latest Bigfoot sightings to stories about unknown creatures across North America. What makes it even more special is that Bobo doesn't just repeat old tales. He keeps the mystery alive by exploring new evidence and discussing what people are finding today. In a recent episode numbered 337, Bobo and his longtime friend and co-host Cliff Barackman talked about a new Bigfoot sighting in Oregon. The two broke down what happened, discussed how the sighting was classified, and shared what investigators look for when studying such cases. This episode shows that Bobo is still in the field of discovery, not as a bystander, but as a curious researcher who continues to question and learn. What makes this fascinating is that even though television fame once defined him, it is his passion and consistency that now keep him relevant. Bobo has been many things in his lifetime: an adventurer, a tracker, a commercial fisherman, and a television personality. But the world knows him best as the friendly, down-to-earth investigator from Finding Bigfoot. That show, which aired on Animal Planet from 2011 to 2018, made him one of the most recognized figures in cryptozoology. His tall frame, laid-back attitude, and endless energy became part of what fans loved most about the series. He was not just a face on a screen. He was the kind of person viewers felt they could talk to if they ever had their own strange story to tell. But who is James Bobo Fay beyond television? Before he ever appeared on Finding Bigfoot, Bobo worked in various outdoor jobs that reflected his love for exploration. He spent time building roads, logging, and commercial fishing. He also worked with Native American communities, where he heard traditional stories and learned how local legends described the same mysterious creature he had been searching for. All these experiences gave him a unique understanding of both nature and folklore, making him stand out later as someone who could connect science, storytelling, and adventure. In 2007, Bobo's life began to change direction when he joined the world of television. His first screen appearance came in smaller documentary projects such as Monster Quest and Operation Night Scream. These early experiences prepared him for what would become the biggest opportunity of his career. When Animal Planet decided to create Finding Bigfoot, Bobo was invited to join the team as one of the lead field researchers. Alongside Matt Moneymaker, Cliff Barackman, and Ronnie Holland, he became part of a team that traveled across the United States and beyond, searching for signs of Bigfoot's existence. For 7 years and 100 episodes, the team chased evidence, studied strange sounds, and interviewed witnesses. Bobo quickly became one of the most beloved members of the group. His sense of humor, optimism, and belief in the possibility of Bigfoot's existence kept both his teammates and the audience engaged. Viewers admired his sincerity. He truly wanted to find answers. Although the show never confirmed the existence of Bigfoot, it inspired a new generation of researchers and turned Bobo into a cultural figure known far beyond the cryptozoology community. When the final episode of Finding Bigfoot aired in May 2018, many fans wondered what would come next for Bobo. Some thought he would retire quietly, but that was never his plan. Instead, he transformed his passion into something new. Together with his friend Cliff Barackman, he created Bigfoot and Beyond with Cliff and Bobo, a weekly podcast where they could continue their discussions without the limits of television editing or time. The podcast gave Bobo the freedom to talk openly about his research, his opinions, and the stories people share with him. It also allowed him to stay connected to fans in a way that felt more personal and real. The podcast doesn't just revisit old adventures, it continues them. It features eyewitness accounts, interviews with researchers, and debates about possible scientific explanations. In many ways, it has become the modern version of Finding Bigfoot, adapted for an audience that now listens through their phones and computers. The podcast's loyal following proves that interest in Bigfoot and in Bobo himself has not faded. Away from the microphone, Bobo maintains a strong presence on social media. His official Facebook page, The James Bobo Fay, remains active with updates and posts related to his ongoing projects. Fans comment, share stories, and discuss new sightings with him, keeping the community alive. Bobo occasionally shares photos and announcements, showing glimpses of his daily life and outdoor activities. His online presence feels approachable and familiar, much like how he appeared on television. And as his voice fills the airwaves, many still ask the same question that started it all. Does Bigfoot truly exist? That question leads us into the next chapter, where we step deeper into his world and uncover the heart of his search, the long, winding journey of finding Bigfoot, the quest of James Bobo Fay in the woods. For decades, the legend of Bigfoot has stirred curiosity across the world, inspiring stories, documentaries, and expeditions that promise to uncover the truth behind the mysterious creature said to wander the forests of North America. Among the many who have chased this mystery, James Bobo Fay stands out as one of the most devoted and beloved figures. Known for his calm yet enthusiastic approach and his willingness to venture deep into the wilderness, Bobo's story is not just about finding Bigfoot, it is about passion, patience, and the power of belief. The legend of Bigfoot, also called Sasquatch, traces its roots to the stories told by indigenous tribes across the continent. Long before television or cameras, Native American communities spoke of large, hair-covered beings who lived in harmony with the forest, moving silently through trees and mountains. These creatures were not seen as monsters, but as guardians or wild men of the woods. Over the years, those tales grew into modern folklore, with hikers, hunters, and campers claiming to have seen huge footprints, heard eerie howls, or caught glimpses of towering silhouettes among the trees. Some brought photos, others plaster casts of footprints, and a few even shared blurry videos that stirred both wonder and debate. Skeptics, of course, have long dismissed such claims. Scientists argued that without a verified body, DNA, or fossil evidence, Bigfoot could not exist. Many alleged sightings were explained as bears walking upright, shadows playing tricks, or outright hoaxes. Still, that never stopped believers from continuing their search. For some, like James Bobo Fay, the mystery wasn't something to mock. It was something worth dedicating a life to. Bobo Fay was not a man who stumbled into fame overnight. Before he appeared on television, he was known in cryptozoology circles for his deep knowledge of wildlife and his years spent exploring forests across the Pacific Northwest. The structure of Finding Bigfoot was simple yet gripping. Each episode began with a report of a recent or famous sighting. The team would visit the site, meet witnesses, and gather details about what was seen, heard, or found. Then came the fieldwork, night expeditions where the group would use thermal cameras, night vision scopes, and audio recorders to detect movement or strange sounds. They often mimicked supposed Bigfoot calls, knocked on trees with sticks to signal the creature, and sometimes used unusual lures, from food to music, hoping to draw it out. While skeptics laughed, millions of viewers tuned in each week, captivated by the tension, teamwork, and sense of adventure. Among the four investigators, Bobo quickly became a fan favorite. Viewers loved his genuine curiosity, patience, and down-to-earth humor. He was never portrayed as arrogant or overly dramatic. Instead, he approached every clue, no matter how small, with open-minded enthusiasm. Whether trekking through muddy terrain, setting up recording equipment, or recreating sightings using his own tall frame, Bobo brought authenticity to the show. His size and experience in logging and fishing made him ideal for rough terrain, and his calm presence helped balance the more intense personalities on the team. Bobo's methods were grounded in observation and persistence. He often focused on areas known for repeated reports, believing that patterns could reveal migration routes or nesting grounds. He used thermal imaging, footprint casting, and field audio equipment to capture evidence. In one memorable episode filmed in Humboldt County, California, Bobo suggested using loud music to provoke a response in an area where locals had claimed to hear howls. Though the results were inconclusive, it showed his creativity and willingness to think outside the box. His work also reflected his belief that Bigfoot might be more than a myth. It could be an undiscovered primate species, intelligent and deeply aware of its surroundings. Of course, Finding Bigfoot was not without criticism. Some viewers accused the show of exaggerating results, using dramatic editing to make minor sounds seem like major discoveries. Skeptics argued that after so many seasons, no physical proof had been found. Bobo, however, often reminded people that the wilderness is vast and rare creatures are good at avoiding humans. He and his teammates understood that discovery takes time and patience. Their goal wasn't just to prove something to the world, but to keep the search alive for those who still believed. Over the years, Finding Bigfoot evolved beyond a simple search. It became a cultural phenomenon. It inspired fans to form local Bigfoot research groups, attend conferences, and share stories of their own encounters. Bobo's kindness and easygoing nature made him a popular guest at events, where he spoke about his adventures, the challenges of outdoor investigations, and the importance of respecting both nature and folklore. For him, the search for Bigfoot was never about fame or fortune. It was about curiosity, friendship, and the thrill of discovery. The final episode of Finding Bigfoot aired on May 27, 2018, marking the end of an era. And as the mystery grows deeper, the next chapter unveils the emotional heart of it all, the man behind the myth, his struggles, his triumphs, and how his life changed after the cameras stopped rolling. The man beyond the search, life, health, and the private path of Bobo Fay. Even legends walk off the trail. For James Bobo Fay, the search for Bigfoot is only one part of his life, behind the cameras, inside the woods, and away from public view. There is a man with a past, with health struggles, hopes, and a world beyond the mysteries. From his earliest years, Bobo's life was shaped by nature, by curiosity, and by a sense that the world holds something unseen. He was born and raised in Manhattan Beach, California, where the land meets the sea and the sky stretches wide. The date of his birth is not fully confirmed in reliable sources, but many listings claim April 16th. His childhood in that Southern California beach town planted seeds of wonder in him. He learned to surf, to read the tides and wind, to feel part of something larger. He was also drawn to the wilderness, not just the ocean, but the forests, the trails, and the untamed places where stories live. Schooling for Bobo included attending Bishop Montgomery High School, graduating in 1984. That is documented by his alma mater. From there, he chose to attend Humboldt State University in Northern California. That choice was not random. Humboldt lies close to remote forests and regions rich in Bigfoot lore. Bobo would venture into the woods in his spare time during college. He took forestry routes, logging jobs with Native American crews, road building, and commercial fishing. These jobs were more than work. They were part of his journey to observe, learn, and connect with wild places. His early influences included indigenous storytellers, forested terrain, and the many eyewitness tales he encountered. He listened to locals, heard whispers of footprints in mud, echoes in the treetops, and tales that would fuel his lifelong passion. Public information about Bobo's family life is sparse. He keeps much of his personal world under quiet wraps. It is not publicly confirmed whether he is married or has children. He seems to prefer his privacy. What is known is that he lives in Eureka, California, a coastal town near forests he knows well. From there, he continues to receive local Bigfoot sighting reports, staying connected to communities around him. In public view, people describe him as calm, friendly, persistent, and deeply sincere. He is not showy. He wears Bigfoot-themed caps. Gone Squatchin' and Keep It Squatchy are part of his familiar garb, and treats fans with kindness. Beyond cryptid research, he is known for his love of fishing, for outdoor life, and for survival skills. He has often intertwined his work as a commercial fisherman with his Bigfoot research. Between nets and tides, he listens for local rumors, tracks, and stories. He rarely discloses struggles or deep personal routines. When he speaks, he often emphasizes the mystery, the forest, and the pursuit, rather than himself. One chapter of Bobo's life that drew much speculation was his health. Around late 2016, rumors spread that he was ill, that he might be suffering from cancer. The roots of those rumors were visible. He had shaved his hair and had lost noticeable weight. Those dramatic changes led many fans and observers to fear the worst. However, Bobo publicly denied that he had cancer. He clarified that his health was fine and that his transformation was driven by new diet and exercise habits. He said the weight loss was intentional, part of a commitment to a healthier life. In interviews after Finding Bigfoot ended, observers noted how slim he had become compared to his on-camera bulk. Though he remains tall, his frame still gives him the vantage suitable for outdoor work. He no longer carries the heavy silhouette of his past. As of the most current sources, there is no reliable public confirmation of any ongoing serious illness. He appears active, attending events, recording podcasts, and participating in cryptid communities. Some newer write-ups reaffirm that he is fit and does not have any cancer disease. Any mention of disease remains speculative, and his own statements make no claim of illness. Financials for public figures who operate in niche fields are often uncertain, and Bobo is no exception. Some sources estimate his net worth around $400,000, primarily derived from his television work, commercial fishing, and personal branding. That figure comes from sites like Celebrity Net Worth, which note that his income streams have included earnings from Finding Bigfoot, his ongoing podcasting and guest appearances, and his work as a fisherman. Yet these remain estimates, unverified and subject to exaggeration. Some alternative sources promote much higher valuations, but those should be treated with caution. They often appear on directories with no direct citations. What is more reliable is that Bobo has continued to generate income through fishing, occasional media work, and speaking engagements. After Finding Bigfoot finished in 2018, the regular television paycheck ceased. His podcast and public engagements help him maintain presence and revenue. Thus, Bobo's life is not simply an adventure scripted for TV. It is a path walked through forests and sea, shaped by curiosity and discipline, challenged by rumors and transformation. He balances the public and the private, the mystery and the mundane. And now, having seen the man behind the myth, we move to face the storms he has weathered, the struggles, controversies, and where he stands today. Journey through shadows and skepticism. The world of mystery has never been kind to those who chase it. For James Bobo Fay, the man who became one of television's most recognizable Bigfoot hunters, the journey has been full of questions, challenges, and doubt. Yet through it all, his name still stands among the most respected in the field of cryptozoology. The path he walks is not one of fame or wealth, but of endurance and faith. Faith that somewhere out there, the unknown still exists. Skepticism has always followed the Bigfoot legend. For decades, scientists have dismissed the search as fantasy, pointing out that there is no physical proof, no bones, no hair confirmed by DNA, and no verified photographs that stand up to analysis. Skeptics argue that footprints can be hoaxes, strange sounds can be misheard animals, and eyewitnesses can simply be mistaken. They insist that until science finds solid, repeatable evidence, Bigfoot remains folklore rather than fact. When Finding Bigfoot first premiered, it caught the world's attention with its nighttime expeditions, thermal cameras, and emotional witness interviews. The show inspired millions, but it also attracted harsh criticism. Some viewers believed it exaggerated encounters for dramatic effect. Others accused the production of editing episodes to make ordinary noises seem mysterious. Scientists and skeptics often mocked the program, claiming it focused more on entertainment than real discovery. The team's dedication was clear, but the fine line between television and research was always difficult to balance. For Bobo, who came into the project with years of field experience, this criticism was nothing new. Long before cameras followed him, he had spent countless nights deep in the forest, listening for knocks and cries that defied explanation. He always believed the truth deserved to be explored, even when it wasn't easy to defend. When the show faced backlash, Bobo remained calm and good-natured, explaining that their goal was not to prove science wrong, but to keep an ancient mystery alive. Over the years, a few controversies surrounded his appearances. Some people in the cryptid community argued that mainstream media changed the tone of serious research. Others felt that fame distracted from the original purpose, to gather real evidence. But Bobo kept his focus steady. He understood that fame fades, but passion lasts longer. His warm personality and easy humor often softened the rough edges of debate. Instead of arguing with critics, he often thanked them for keeping the discussion alive. In a way, even skepticism became part of what fueled his drive. Behind the scenes, the challenges of his work were enormous. Searching for something that may not exist demands time, money, and faith. Expeditions can last weeks with no guarantees. The wilderness is unpredictable. Storms, injuries, equipment failures, and endless miles of terrain. Funding is often limited. Unlike large scientific projects backed by universities, cryptid researchers must rely on donations, event earnings, or personal savings. Maintaining credibility in such a controversial field is another constant battle. To skeptics, Bigfoot research is unscientific. To believers, it is sacred. Bobo has learned to walk between both worlds, showing respect for science while trusting personal experience. He knows that evidence alone rarely changes minds. What matters is honesty and consistency. The emotional cost is equally heavy. Spending nights in dark forests, often isolated and cold, can wear anyone down. After Finding Bigfoot ended in 2018, Bobo admitted that the constant travel and filming took a toll. There were moments of exhaustion and frustration, yet every time he thought of stopping, he found new strength in the community that believed in him, the fans, the witnesses, and the people who wanted to keep the mystery alive. Today, Bobo's search continues in a different form. His voice can be heard weekly on the podcast Bigfoot and Beyond with Cliff and Bobo, co-hosted with his longtime friend and fellow researcher, Cliff Barackman. Through this show, he connects with fans around the world, exploring new sighting reports, discussing recent DNA studies, and analyzing unknown primate encounters. Each episode blends curiosity and warmth, allowing listeners to feel part of the journey. The podcast has become his main stage, a space where he can speak freely, away from television edits or time limits. It dives deep into new reports from witnesses, ongoing scientific studies about North American wildlife, and the latest cryptid theories. The topics range from possible Bigfoot DNA research to forgotten Native American legends about wild men in the forest. Each episode shows Bobo's humor, experience, and steady sense of wonder. In recent years, he has also appeared at several conferences and festivals across the United States, sharing stories, offering insight, and supporting new researchers. Fans still see him as one of the most approachable figures in the field, friendly, honest, and deeply passionate about the search. His tall frame and easy laughter have become a symbol of curiosity without arrogance. Even those who doubt the existence of Bigfoot often admit that Bobo's sincerity is genuine. Away from the microphone, he still enjoys life in Northern California, often near coastal forests that remind him of the adventures he began long ago. While his work has evolved, his spirit remains unchanged. He is not just chasing a creature, he is chasing the wonder that keeps people looking at the unknown with open eyes. Bobo's influence stretches far beyond cryptozoology. Finding Bigfoot may have ended, but its legacy continues. It introduced a new generation to the concept of field research, adventure, and teamwork. It showed that science and mystery can coexist, even if they disagree. For many fans, Bobo was the heart of that show, the balance between excitement and humility. His presence made the idea of the impossible feel approachable. Now, he stands as both a researcher and storyteller. In many ways, he has become an icon of belief. To some, he represents determination, the man who never gave up, even when the world called him foolish. To others, he is a reminder that mystery still belongs in human life. The truth of Bigfoot may remain uncertain, but the impact of Bobo's journey is undeniable. Looking toward the future, his role appears to be shifting from hunter to mentor. Younger explorers look to him for guidance. He may not trek through forests every week, but his knowledge and voice continue to guide others. He has built a bridge between generations of believers, those who grew up watching him on television and those now listening to him online. As for what comes next, that part of his story is still unwritten. New sightings continue to surface. New technologies like drone imaging and advanced DNA analysis may one day change the game, and Bobo will likely remain at the center of it. Whether through new documentaries, field expeditions, or simply more podcast discussions, he shows no sign of stepping away completely. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, and also click the next video shown on your screen.